All right, everybody, as per usual, we got a couple different things going on throughout this month of February. And one of those things is testing our RTK network. We had some issues last year, so I want to go around, especially since the weather is supposed to be so gorgeous this week. For the first week of February, we're going to be in the 50s. I probably won't get that in March, so we're going to make the most of it this year, this week. Got some new antennas to put up. One base we're replacing, but before we do that, I wanted to drive around, get a baseline of what our CMR percentage is at throughout the area, specifically going through the problem areas we had last year. That way I know once the changes are made if it actually fixed the problem or if I just spun my wheels. But I'm pretty confident in what we're going to do, that it's going to work and we're going to get this solved. But what I got going on here this morning is we set up an FMX, which is pretty typical display in a lot of the tractors that I'm servicing. FMX's 2050s Case Pro 700s with 372 receivers. That's quite a bit of the network right there. So this is the oldest one. I figured this will be the best baseline. If this one can get it, the others should get it even better. So set this up just to get a signal. Suppose I should blur out the tower number or something, but it don't matter. Set it up. We're testing network number 8 currently, and we're going to go to 6 later. Those are the two that I had the most issues last year. Some of it storm related, but some of it not. Not exactly a beautiful setup, but at least with the backpack there, we got some support, so it's not just laying on the cables. Take that out of here because we're not running. I don't need any faults based on nothing. All right, so we got GPS receiver, diagnostics, 5 satellites so far, 86 CMR. That's our communication to the tower from this display. Not sure why that doesn't say R yet, but there we go. So we're going to watch that number as we drive around through the problem areas and see how bad it is there. I hope you'll pardon my mess. Always got to have hats to give away. Hats, shirts, some other personal items. I don't like a dusty dash either, so. Anyway, time to roll. So I'm parked in one of the problem areas. 20% no bueno. We gotta have 33 or higher. So this will not work in the current direction. On we go. All right, so we're stopped at another location right north of an area that had some issues last year. This one's at least in the 60s. It only takes 33 to get an RTK fix on our network. So even those areas that were in the 30s, we should be, well, bare minimum, we'd be fine there. But I want to see 60, 70, 80 plus. Perfect world, we'd get 90 plus, but that's not always possible. But if we can at least stay strongly, I would say 80 is pretty comfortable. Above that is fantastic. 60 will work, but I don't like it. So we got a little bit of work to do, but things are looking up. So now we've set our baseline on that. A lot of 30s, not great. Time to get to work on these nice warm days to try to fix it. Then we can drive this corridor again and see if we enhanced the situation. Stay tuned. Up we go. We're really doing it. Time to do the base upgrades that I've been putting off for about a month. Another beautiful day here in the middle of March, so we'll take this nice opportunity we have in the middle of winter to do some upgrades. Get ready for spring before it sprungs. As of right now, we're riding in a tiny little, what feels like a coffin, going up about 200 feet. And we'll climb the rest of the way from there to next level, base station number. I'm not going to tell you. Owners only. Made it. Can't remember exactly where to go. It's changed a little bit since the last time, but somewhere up there. These catwalks sure are nice. A whole lot better than vertical ladders. You afraid of heights? Me too. Silly me, I went up the wrong one. I'm gonna go this way. Much nicer view. Don't look down. Get this in here. Just perfectly. We're on our way up to make our improvements. Here we go. At least we got an elevator. Most places I gotta climb all the way up. So this is pretty nice. Pretty nice. We've reached the top. I cheated and brought the other supplies up here already. So this is just the antenna and a new pole. Close this just in case the guys that work here need to get up. Because if that's not open, or if that's not closed, that elevator don't move. Alright, we're almost there. Just gotta take that ladder up there. Walk with me, won't you? Just trying not to drop anything because that's a little ways down there. There's no great way of doing this. Not one. There. We made it to the top of beautiful, sunshiny Clara City. I think they used to say this was 220 feet in the air, but feels like more. What do you think? Hey look, there's Next Level Egg. Good guys. Real good guys. Alright, enough of that messing around. So what we got here, I just constructed this box. This is where we're going to put our new base location for the Clara City area tower. So I got that up here, some supplies, our new pole and antenna. What we got to do, we got to get the antenna globe from that side, put it here on this pole. We're going to abandon that fiberglass antenna over there because that's on an I-beam that I'm not about to walk on. then we can leave that old box behind. That's just full of bad memories and problems I don't want to remember. So we're going to move over here, then we'll get the base station set up. We'll do a survey for the new location so nobody's lines move from what they've had the past 5, 10, 20 years. And life should be good. Have a neat, compact, new working solution. So we're going to walk over to the other platform, get my old stuff down, and move to the new spot. It is so much nicer up here than it used to be. All these new ladders, platforms. It's like walking around on your front porch, only you're just really high in the air. Used to be all these ladders all the way up from the elevator. As you can see, those were a lot of fun. I don't think I've ever been more excited to update something. This one's been a thorn in my side for a little while. Time for a new home, buddy. Found it. Everything over here. Time to mount the new box and start running some cables.
Audio Jungle. Audio Jungle. Audio Jungle. Audio Jungle.
Alright, so we've got the new spot all put back together. Put together for the first time. New globe, new base, new fiberglass antenna, new pole. Couple things I'm going to finish up here. I need to survey in this new base station location. So I'll start that process in a little bit. It takes 24 hours. Saves the file. It gives us the exact coordinates of that. Through that process, it helps, being as we move the location, in theory, everyone's lines that are saved in their machines based on the location of this base, they would move if I don't survey it. But if I do the survey process, it exacts this location, it matches up to the RTX system so that nothing will move. You get the tractor this spring, set on the planter, and go. You'll be right where you were last fall when you lifted up with your last piece of equipment. So we'll do that process over the weekend. I'll put the new file in on Monday. And I do have a cable getting made so I won't have such a wound up mess here, so it'll be even neater and cleaner. That's why I haven't bound this up. Yeah. We were over there before, kind of a mess. And a 20-year-old antenna. Now we're gonna have a brand new antenna, brand new base. And I'm excited to go drive around and see how much more powerful this is. So stay tuned for that. As for right now, I'm gonna pull up the computer, get this process started. We'll go ahead and call her Friday. All right, well, we got this thing set up for data logging. It's gonna do that over the next 24 hours. Back up here Monday morning, get the file, get the numbers, put it in here. We will have ourselves a base station ready to work. Everything else is picked up. Time to get down. Yep. enough thrill seeking for today. Well, another beautiful, calm day in west central Minnesota. I don't know why it always has to be freaking windy whenever I'm up on these towers, but that's the way it is. Gotta make hay when the sun shines or something like that. Just put the finishing touches on this bad boy. Got the correct size cable going in. Just one little loop instead of a mile of loop. Here, surveyed in. Hopefully, this is the last time I'll have to be up here this season. But, oh, and the most important finishing touch. You bet. I'm gonna get down now. I'm sick of being up here. Yeah. Hey, look. I know those guys. By the way, if anyone in Clara City or the surrounding area finds a set of mechanics gloves with an Agro Liquid logo on them, they're mine. Made the mistake of taking them off in the wind up top and they gone. Turns out it's windy and gloves without hands in them take off like a kite. So I'm sure someone will find them. Probably in a lawnmower deck or in a tree that they're trimming this spring. But anyway, that's what I know about that. Made it to ground level. Hopefully for the last time for a while. Well, we're finally making our final pass going around and checking if we have indeed made things better on our base station network for the Next Level Ag service area. And so far things look good. Heading to the area that we initially started testing as our weak spot. And as of right now, the display shows that we have 99%, where before I'm pretty sure we only had 70. So once we get to the spot we were parked earlier, I'll stop and let you see for yourself how we've improved things. We're parked at the same location that we did a baseline check back in February before I started the process of updating our base station here in Clara City area and our Blomkest area. Right now I'm logged into the Clara City one. We struggled to get 40-ish% before in this exact spot. Today, I hope you can see that, we are at 96%. So, that makes me happy. I do believe that the work that we put into updating this and the dollars we spent putting new equipment up was not done in vain. I foresee a lot smoother season. I'm not going to say trouble-free as far as signal and everything, because anything can happen, but we're starting off on a much better foot. We did do some updates to our Blomkest tower that we stretched to west of Wilmer. So I'm going to double check that one also. See what kind of percentage we're getting there today, because that we also put a new antenna and cable on. So we're hoping that that greatly boosted that signal as well. And then no further work will be needed there. Worst case scenario, we're still not getting exactly what we want. I've spotted out some spots where we could potentially put a repeater and strengthen that area, but hoping it won't come to that, but we'll see what happens here in a couple minutes. Now parked at the other spot that we had stopped at earlier this year to check another base of ours. Anyway, the Blomkest area, which I'm actually parked by Wilmer Airport. And this is where we got our baseline earlier. We were struggling to get, I think it was actually the 20s here before. And with just the cable and antenna upgrade, we're now getting 62. Sitting in this spot, I was getting 62 all the way up to 75. Not sure what the fluctuations would be caused by, but it only takes 33% to get a fix. So I think we're going to roll with that. Funny thing was, off of our Clara City base, parked in the same spot, we were getting 90. So I guess worst case scenario, we can switch over to that one. So again, I think these battles were not fought in vain. We're trying to continue to take people's farms to the next level, and we hope you all are too. Party on. Let's go. Plant 24 is coming. Hopefully as soon as it looks like it will. But I guess we'll just have to wait on that. BP signing off.